evening and welcome to this edition of Newsleader on 6. I'm Jim Fuller.
And I'm Amelia Marquez. In tonight's news, a horse in West Tennessee has tested positive for a fatal disease that can also spread to humans. Malo College is adding a new sport for the first time in many years, and several Manchester and Coffee County veterans groups asked the Manchester Board of Mayor and Alderman to decide who should be permitted to hold various events to honor veterans. We'll have these stories and more on tonight's Newsleader on 6.
I'm Philip Bourne, Stamp Nab Detail Shop Manager. Here are a few things our customers have to say about our service.
What I love most about the Stamp McNabb Detail Shop is there's someone local that I can trust to pick up my car, have it cleaned, and deliver it back to me in showroom condition.
What really amazed me is when he opened the hood and looked like he had taken the old engine out and put a new engine inside.
We have several different packages and individual services to get your vehicle looking like new again. We're located just behind Stamp McNabb Chevrolet dealership. Call today, schedule an appointment, and see what a difference our detail can make.
So you've been meaning to do something healthy, commune with nature, get outdoors and meet new people. We have the perfect solution. Come hike with us. You can find a Tennessee Trails Association chapter near you, including Clarksville, Columbia Franklin, Highland Rim, Jackson, Knoxville, Oak Ridge, Memphis, Murfreesboro, Nashville, Plateau at Crossville, and Upper Cumberland. We're on the web at TennesseeTrails.org. It's fun, it's stress-free, and it's good for you. See you on the trails.
Welcome back. A horse in West Tennessee has tested positive for Eastern Equine Encephalitis, a virus that can be fatal for horses and humans. The Tennessee Department of Agriculture and Health are advising citizens to take precautions to protect themselves and their livestock. Mosquitoes transmit EEE. Humans cannot contract these viral infections directly from infected horses. However, mosquito-borne diseases do pose a public health risk. EEE kills up to 90% of the horses infected. The horse in Madison County did not survive. Although there is no vaccine for humans, the EEE vaccine for horses is particularly effective to protect horses against the virus. Although possible, Tennessee has never had a documented case of Eastern Equine Encephalitis. Tennessee Department of Health Deputy State Epidemiologist John Dunn said, "We encourage Tennesseans to use preventive measures to avoid mosquito-borne diseases. With ongoing threats like EEE and West Nile virus and new diseases like Zika virus, it's important to protect yourself and your family," end quote.
Malo State Community College would add a new sport to its athletic department for the first time in over 20 years with the debut of women's soccer program in the fall of 2017, according to Scott Shastine, Malo Director of Athletics. The last time Malo added a new sport was in the mid-1990s when fast-pitch softball joined the existing baseball and men's and women's basketball programs. Baseball and men's basketball began when the college opened in 1969, and the women's basketball played its first season in 1974 and 75. Malo has also offered slow-pitch softball, golf, and tennis in the past, although all three sports had short lifespans and are no longer offered at Malo. Details on the program's evolution from the concept this fall is to fielding teams next fall and are still being determined. The college will announce its first women's soccer head coach in the coming weeks. The location for home games and potential opponents are yet to be determined.
A disagreement between the Coffee County Veterans Association and the individual who has headed up several events honoring veterans had to be settled by the Manchester Board of Mayor and Alderman Tuesday night, as both entities were seeking a permit to hold these events. Howard Johnson spoke on behalf of the Coffee County Veterans Association.
Will you state your name?
Yes. I am Howard Thompson, past chairman of the Coffee County Veterans Association, CCVA, and I am the commander of the Disabled American Veterans, DAV Chapter 9 in Coffee County. Right here is Tom Ewell, the incoming chairman of the Coffee County Veterans Association and commander of VFW Post 10904, Manchester. Beside him is Rick Jernigan, the past commander of the American Legion Gold Star Post 78, Manchester, Tennessee. I'm here to speak to you on behalf of the Coffee County Veterans Association, CCVA, to ask for your support and ask you to choose us, the CCVA, to conduct Memorial Day Veterans Day, and Patriots Day ceremonies for the city of Manchester. The CCVA is composed of elected representatives of the three organizations that I just announced. We have about 700 members. Each group in the CCVA is governed by local, state, national bylaws and constitutions. Forwards reports to and is governed by state and national headquarters. Has strict procedures for handling money and has mandated outside audits. Is a 501c3 organization and prohibited from engaging in politics. All of our meetings are alcohol and tobacco free, and the CCVA has liability insurance. We organized the only Patriots Day ceremony in this area to honor our first responders. We planned, organized, and for more than 30 years conducted Memorial Day and Veterans Day ceremonies to help our fellow citizens remember and honor our men and women veterans who served, fought for, and gave their lives for our liberty. Tim Brown was a trusted member of the American Legion and was elected to Vice Commander of the VFW. He was allowed to plan and conduct the 2015 Veterans Day events. A problem arose when Mr. Brown chose to buy participation from other CCVA veterans at the event. We have concerns about Mr. Brown soliciting donations. Mr. Brown used events that were supposed to honor veterans to ask for money. 5-gallon buckets were placed at the Memorial Day ceremony, and he asked for donations to pay for the programs, not to help the veterans, but to pay for programs, his programs. How much did he receive? One person made a point of presenting a $1,000 check. Did he keep records? If so, who checked it? One person at a meeting asked Tim Brown, how much did he take in? He was told it's none of your business. We believe the question should not be whether or not to give the permit to Mr. Brown or any other individual, but should be, would you take it away from the group of veterans who for more than 30 years planned, organized, promoted, and conducted the current series of Memorial Day and Veterans Day ceremonies for the city of Manchester, and who requested to continue to do so in November of 2015. We are asking you to honor all veterans past and present on Memorial Day and Veterans Day, and find a way to designate the Coffee County Veterans Association as the group of veterans to conduct the events for the city of Manchester, Tennessee. Thank you all.
And we'll bring you more from Tuesday's Manchester Board of Mayor and Alderman meeting when we come back. We'll be back in a moment with more Newsleader on 6.
The Russell Barnett Automotive family is the largest automotive retailer in southern Middle Tennessee. With over 1,200 vehicles to choose from, we are your one-stop shop. Check out our awesome website, russellbarnett.com. There's over 1,200 vehicles to choose from. Stop by one of our 5 locations. That's Russell Barnett Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Chevrolet GMC, and Ford of Winchester, or Russell Barnett Ford and Kia of Tullahoma. And remember, why buy anywhere else?
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
Welcome back. Veteran Tim Brown, who has headed up various events honoring veterans recently, had a somewhat heated exchange with Mayor Lonnie Norman as he made his case as to why he should receive a permit to hold these events.
Because a lot of stuff he said didn't mean anything about Memorial Day or Veterans Day. He went on and talked about everything, and a lot of it is to do with the money, because that's all they're looking for is money. They got $5,000 from Diane Black or her husband that day, and Howard also asked for part of the money when I collect it so they can use it. And I don't know how many years Veterans Day and Memorial Day's been going on, it may be 30. But when I remember going to it 25 years ago, when I come back from Iraq the first time, 25, 30 people on the square. That's all it was. They were in charge of it, yes. 25 to 30 people every year. It was a disgrace to the veterans for me to see that many people cared about the veterans. So I don't know what year it was, 2010, 11, 12, somewhere through there, they got tired of doing it. They asked who wanted to take it over. I took it over. When I took it over, I've done everything I could, the posters, the swords, anything I could think of to get the crowd up. I got the crowd up to 500, 600, 700 people, and now with it that size, they want it back. And they're going to ruin it, as everybody's seen Memorial Day. They didn't care about the veterans. They put a stage up there blocking B.J. Schroeth's memorial. He was behind the stage. Disgrace to him for dying for our country, and a disgrace to his family. All I'm asking for, and I know how it's going to go. And it's probably better off I don't have it, because I spend a lot of my own money doing this. I buy the swords. I give a sword to whoever I want to give it to. And Naomi Judd didn't get it for honor or valor. She got it for spending her time coming to Manchester to do a favor for the veterans. I paid for the sword. I give it to who I want to give it to. They put one wreath, Memorial Day, one wreath at the stones. I put 15. After the service was over, Howard Thompson runs, gets it, puts it back in his car because he probably had it borrowed from some florist. He don't buy them, he borrows them. I put the 15 up there and they stay all day. He has stayed for about 1 minute. So, fine, if we want to give it to them, they're going to destroy both.
I don't know anything about where they'll destroy it or where they won't destroy it. As he said, the veterans have always had it.
And I'm a veteran.
And the veterans are still going to have it. If this board won't vote, they can, or they can listen to what I say and they can do it. But I don't appreciate you saying that we were doing it political and you come up here and we wouldn't let you have it and all that. It's one veteran. You, and just them sitting there and you one person. They were the one that said they were going to have it. And we let them have it. And you went and told the paper that I wouldn't sign for you to have it and the chief wouldn't sign it.
You wouldn't sign it?
No, we didn't sign it. We didn't sign it.
That's right.
And I told you what we did with veterans. But I told you, if you want to have something, you could, two people couldn't have it at the same time. If you want to have something, you could have it anytime you wanted to, and we'd support you. But when the veterans say they were going to have it, they were going to have it. Didn't nobody tell you that you couldn't have nothing on the square.
You did for Veterans Day because I come for a permit you refused to sign. I was the first.
No, I did not.
Yeah, you did. You and Mark Yoder both refused to sign.
You didn't say, well, we kept telling you that you set a time, because they had set a time, and you wouldn't set a time.
No, I had the only permit.
I'm through with it.
Well, I'm not through with it. I had the only permit, you wouldn't sign.
No, you didn't, we didn't sign it.
Yeah, you're right. You
and
didn't
until
sign
the veterans say they're not going to have it, they're going to have it.
I'm a veteran.
Well, they are too.
Okay. And I know how it's going to go. I knew it would go this way.
I'm not going to listen to that.
Yeah, that's what. Oh, shut up. I got it for you. I'll need to shut you.
Alderman Cheryl Swan spoke as a private citizen as she urged the two parties to find common ground on the disagreement.
Something to say as a citizen. I thought that the exchange here was disrespectful to all veterans, both from both sides. I thought that you took some punches at Tim, and I thought Tim took some punches at several people. There is such a divide across our entire country right now. And right here in downtown Manchester, we have a divide. And it's our veterans, the people that all the kids and even myself tend to look up to on a daily basis. And we want to get in an argument. The mayor wants to be disrespectful. Tim wants to be disrespectful. I don't even want to go back up there and sit down. This is not the town that I want to live in. There's been enough divide on this board for the 4 years that I've been up here. It's heartbreaking to think that our veterans are now divided.
The board ultimately decided in favor of the Coffee County Veterans Association, who will now be in charge of city-sponsored veterans events.
More Newsleader on 6 is coming up after these messages.
It's not invoice. It's not MSRP. It's not Christmas Day, although it may feel like it. It's the lowest prices in Middle Tennessee, period. Get to Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac before these prices are gone forever.
All I have to do to think about what I was physically before and what I am now, and I don't ever want to go back to that original situation.
The overall mission of the rehab team is always what is best for the patient and how we can facilitate maximum potential from every resident.
Well, the most important thing to me is that I'm allowed to do whatever I want to do, you know.
Everyday miracles at Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Welcome back. Fran Couch Gray, a Beatrix Potter Society member, had a tea and a reading at a Coffee County Lanham Memorial Library last Saturday. The event was to celebrate Beatrix Potter's 150th birthday. John Gray brings us this report.
We are at the Lanham Memorial Library in Tullahoma, Tennessee, and today there will be a celebration held by a member of the Beatrix Potter Society, Fran Gray, to celebrate Beatrix Potter's 150th birthday. There will be reading and there will be refreshments, and it's an exciting day, and thank you, Beatrix Potter, for all you did for all of us.
Welcome everybody today. It's a very special week. So let's have all the kids on the floor. That way we have room.
I beat this.
Who knows who Peter Rabbit is? That's amazing, because we are very happy to have Miss Fran Gray here, and she is going to portray the author of Peter Rabbit and all those stories of the tales of Peter Rabbit, Miss Beatrix Potter. So she's going to tell you a little bit about Miss Beatrix Potter. She's a very special woman in art history, too. So I'm going to hand the floor over, and we want to welcome you again to our Beatrix Potter Tea Party. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Leslie. This is a very special week because Beatrix Potter would have had her 150th birthday on Thursday. She was born at 2 Bolton Gardens, Kensington, London, England, on July 28, 1866. And you know, her stories are timeless. They're still wonderful, they're classics, and we are thrilled to be able to talk about her stories and her life with you all today. So, let's share the reading of Peter Rabbit, and then we'll talk about some other things Miss Potter did, okay? Isn't this a nice big book? I joined the Beatrix Potter Society so I could learn more about her. And they sent this to me. I told them that I wanted to read because I love to read and I love being read to. So they sent me this book so I could share it with you all, so we can all see the pictures together. Even though you know it, let's listen with fresh ears and eyes. You can read along with me if you want to. The title is The Tale of Peter Rabbit.
I think they have hearts.
Can you? Good. Once upon a time, there were 4 little rabbits, and their names were Flopsy, Mopsy, Cottontail, and Peter. They lived with their mother in a sandbank underneath the root of a very big fir tree. Now, my dears, said old Mrs. Rabbit one morning, you may go into the fields or down the lane, but don't go where? Into Mr. McGregor's garden. Your father had an accident there, and he was put into a pie by Mrs. McGregor. Do you think anyone listened to the mother? 3 of them did. She made a lot of money, not only selling Peter Rabbit, but other books. You know, she wrote about Benjamin Bunny, and Ginger and Pickles, and Hunka Munka, and many, many, many stories. Jemima Puddle Duck, yes. Oh, and Jemima. Miss Jemima Puddle Duck often got in trouble. I think she's somewhat like Peter. I thought that because we're celebrating her birthday, that we might sing Happy Birthday. Here's a happy birthday plate of Peter Rabbit. I often wonder what his voice would be like.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Beatrix. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, I bet she's smiling down on us. Now, thank you all for coming. And I hope you, oh, you have a book there. Good. I hope you all will always love reading and that you will share Beatrix Potter with your friends and family. And it will bring you a great deal of joy as it has me.
We'll be right back in a moment with more Newsleader on 6.
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
We're losing it, Doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's got to be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor, too, when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
Welcome back. The Coffee County Humane Society's featured pet this week is King. He is a mastiff mix who would love to be your best friend. The shelter also has many other dogs available for adoption at 1210 Oakdale Street in Manchester. Hours of operation at the shelter are 7:30 a.m. until 2:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. The shelter's phone number is 723-2730. Donations for animal care can be made to the Coffee County Humane Society at P.O. Box 252 in Manchester. Their website is www.coffeehumane.org.
The pet of the week this week at the Tullahoma Animal Shelter is a boxer mix named Vito. He entered the shelter as a stray and was very sick. Vito has now recovered and is looking for a good home. He's approximately 7 months old and is good with other dogs and children. Vito is up to date on his vaccinations and will receive a free neuter provided by the Tullahoma Animal Shelter. Be sure to check out the shelter on Facebook for information about upcoming events and fundraisers. Remember, you can help your local shelter by adopting, donating, or volunteering. For more details, contact Teresa at 454-9580. The Tullahoma Animal Shelter is located at 942 Maplewood Avenue.
Stay with us. Your weather forecast is coming up after these messages.
The Kia Summers on Us sales event is going on right now at Russell Barnett Kia of Tullahoma. Let me tell you about this event. Purchase a new Kia Sedona, Kia Optima, Kia Forte, and receive 0% financing up to 66 months and your first 3 payments for free. For a limited time only, no strings attached. With America's best warranty, the 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, Kia is the power to surprise. The Kia Summers on Us sales event going on right now. Why buy anywhere else?
Tired of paying for monthly telephone service, expensive long-distance bills, and all those crazy taxes? Are you sick of spending money on telephone equipment, maintenance contracts, and service calls, all for a phone system that shackles you to 100-year-old technology and your desk? Stop it. It's time to ship your phone system to the cloud. What can the cloud do for you? Bring together remote offices, workers, and employees in the field. Make sure that you'll never miss calls by delivering them to multiple devices. Modernize faxing by allowing multiple faxes to be sent and received at once. And deliver to email. Get your voicemail messages instantly through email too. And take advantage of an endless supply of customizable features. Host My Calls can deliver the cloud. All of this technology with low upfront costs and not 1 penny in capital expense. It's time for a phone solution you'll truly love from Host My Calls. Call the number below.
It's time for every family and business in Tullahoma to go green and recycle. Tullahoma Public Works makes it simple and easy to recycle. Just place your recyclable materials, paper, plastic, aluminum, and cardboard beside your garbage container on the same day your garbage is picked up. Your recycled materials don't have to be in a fancy container. Recycling is not only the right thing to do, it makes sense. Recycling pays. Paying to bury our garbage costs each of us. Please do your part. Let's go green, Tullahoma, and recycle.
At the time, maybe you were just building a bridge, a business, or a community. Maybe you were simply working for a home or a better tomorrow. At the time, you served out of duty and love of country. But in that time, we see a legacy created, an American dream lived. The Rehab Team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live well.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this day. Our record high was in 1937 at 98 degrees. The record low was in 1950 at 53 degrees. Average high on this day is 89 and the average low is 66. Storms are in your forecast for tonight with a low of around 73. A 40% chance of storms in the forecast for Friday with a high of 92 and a low of 71. That chance of storms drops to 70% on Saturday with a high of 88 and a low of 73. And that's our Newsleader report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6, 8, and 10 for Newsleader on 6. You have a good evening.
And from all of us on Newsleader 6, wishes you and your families a wonderful weekend. Thank you.